Kdenlive 2308.4 update. I'm using Mint 21.2 as my OS, and I'm using my mini PC to make this video. So here we have Kdenlive. It was updated yesterday, December 7th, 2023, through Flatpak. And I'm just showing you right here what version it is. I have my setup of Kdenlive a little different than the default, but I have a previous video that explains that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to throw some free video on here, just slap it in, and run Kdenlive and render it and show you a couple tools that you can use to see real-time CPU usage and also real-time temperature. Now you'll notice the mini PC runs pretty hot, but it's just it's a mobile processor. All these mini PCs, they're basically were made for a laptop originally, and it does have a fan, and I did upgrade the RAM to 32. So right here I'm just assembling just a nonsense video, just to show you how quick Kdenlive really is, and it is quick. The CPU usage on the Mini is a little higher than my mid tower, which I've just upgraded the CPU. It's an AM4 motherboard, but more on that later. So here we're getting everything together. I'm going to make a little title in this video. I'm going to put my header. I'm going to do some speed changes. I'm going to use the chroma key, all built into Kdenlive. You can do quite a bit, and this is just show you that how it works quickly. Here I'm now creating a title, and I like to animate the titles, and that's really quick too. And there's a little secret when you do the animation. I'll show you in a second. When you put where it starts, wherever you put the 50% box, that's what I use. Imagine that as a camera, and it's looking to where the title's coming from, and you're going to see that in a second. So we're just recording away here, and I'm doing that also in Kdenlive with the record function after I created a video. So here I pulled up system monitor, and in the processes you're going to see actual CPU usage per whatever process we're looking at. And when we go to render, it's going to be melt. Okay, and here's I'm going to put it in the upper left corner. That's where it's going to be looking for the title to travel to. Pretty basic, but it gets confusing to people. You can stretch it out, make it longer. It'll only go so fast, and then it'll be static. So here I'm adding a PNG to this, and so far I think the whole video, from creating it to editing it and rendering it, was under 15 minutes. I'm also running OBS right now to record what we're doing in Kdenlive. And right afterwards, I will put a speeded up version of the video we just created. So that's what's going on here. So we're almost done with the video. I'm going to do a couple more little things. Maybe, use some wipes just to show you, just to try to stress out the CPU of my Mini. Okay, and I just did the green screen. That's quick, and it works. If you download a free green screen video, you can put it on top of anything. It works immediately. Little thing I do here in the command for the Chrome key, I soften the edges, you'll see that in a second, so that there's no green tint around the edge. And I'm going to stop it. And see this bottom? It says soften. And the more you push that, it'll soften that edge a little. So you don't have that green look around it, which happens. So here we are. We're just running a little quick demo of that, what I just did. Then I'm going to add some subtitles. So we've hit a few functions here. We created a title. We put in a logo. We use the motion fade out, which is the version of the audio fade out, but on video. We are putting in some wipes. And I have one I kind of like. You don't really need to do that. You can just do a fade in, fade out if you want, or just leave it and it'll just do a quick fade over to the next video. So here I ran, that's my little title. You notice how it came from the right bottom corner up to the left. Now this is the new version of Kdenlive released by Flatpak, as I said earlier. Everything is working. I don't know what the new features are yet. Usually Kdenlive.org will update that when they release it to everybody else. Flatpak's right on top of it. They just make sure it's stable and put it out. And here I am adding a subtitle, and I don't type that quick. So we're just going to wait for this. It's recording the audio still, hopefully. And we're going to see what happens here. So when we get to the final video, I'm going to time warp it, I call it, because you've seen me make it, so you don't really need to see the whole thing. But you'll get an idea of the quality of the video, and it's 1080p. I do MP4. I usually upload this to YouTube, and I keep copies of stuff for myself. And my monitor is 1080p, and it looks fine. It works. So 1080p, it works for me with my setup. I might have to update my GPU if I want to go 4K, but it just takes too much space, and my old eyes can't tell the difference. So we'll stick with 1080p. Right now I'm showing you how I add a subtitle, and that goes quick too. I mean, this whole Kdenlive is quick. A couple days ago, I went into Windows 11 side of my mainframe PC, my mid tower, and updated DaVinci Resolve, and it works pretty good. It's a little clunky on how I'm so used to Kdenlive. I've been doing it since 2014. Resolve's new. They just put everything in a different place, but it works good. CPU usage, they've really figured that out pretty good on the Windows 11. I couldn't get it to work on Mint, not without doing a lot of jumping through hoops, man, forget that. So I have Kdenlive on the Win 11 and my Mint side. I normally boot into Mint. That's my daily driver. I like it. It's kind of like old Windows 95 in some ways. It's just straightforward. No BS. Windows 11 has gotten so weird. I've removed so many programs from Windows 11, it's insane. Like if you get total processes in Mint, it's about 250 to 300. You go into Windows 11, you're in the thousands of processes. They've got it so, they're trying to make it so easy, it's automatic, but to me, it's not worth the hassle. And I still have to look up, because I used Windows 10 for years. Windows 11 is way different. they move stuff around. I don't know why they just move stuff around for whatever reason, but it is efficient on the CPU, even with all those processes running. Okay, right now I'm getting ready to render, and I'm going to pull up in Mint. It's called System Monitor, I believe, and it's built into the Mint OS, and it's in other Linux systems also. And this thing works. Okay, so we're getting ready. I'm just showing you. I use all 16 cores to process. Gives you a warning that, hey, it could cause artifacts. It never does. So we're rendering. I'm going to pull up. Now you see the OBS running. It runs about 3 to 5%. Now Melt is actually the rendering of this video. And it starts out at 28, and it'll get up pretty high because we're just using a mini computer, and I think it's R7. They renamed it R7 5700U, which means it has a built-in graphics. It's really from the 4000 series of AMD. It's a mobile laptop processor. But it works. It has a little fan. It's like 4 inches by 4 inches, maybe an inch and a half tall. It's pretty amazing. That was my backup because I've been doing a lot of stuff on my mid tower. Upgraded the CPU. I did all kinds of upgrades to different things. And I'm running 64 meg on the RAM, which I've always had. So we're still recording, and you're seeing, I'm going to run the sensor to show you how hot this little mobile CPU gets. Now, the most I've ever gotten is 88. Now, the TDP is 105, which is way higher than the motherboard CPU I have. That's about 90, and it doesn't get over maybe 60. So if this hits 100, it'll reset, because that's what I've got. You can set the alarm in P-Sensor for whatever your TDP is of your CPU. So we're cruising along. I hit 86. That's about the max. And we're going to, as soon as it renders, and it just rendered because I noticed OBS dropped, everything dropped. And now we're going to see the video. I sped it up a little. So here's how the title went from the right corner up to the left. That took seconds. All I saw in the update about it, they haven't released it, Kdenlive.org, but Flatpak released it yesterday. So these little processors run hot, but it's stable. That's it.